Hey everyone, welcome, random kid in Oldendorf. It has been so long, but I wanted to jump back on today. We have a quiet day, so I thought that I'm still trying to figure out the lighting in the new corner of the room, which is not awesome, but we'll make do for now. Oldendorf, yes, it's not quite the Hogwarts Express train. I'm pretty sure that my graphic design program did not have the actual Hogwarts Express as a free clip art, but pretty close. All right, so how is everyone doing today? So it is Sunday, time change. It is noon, but it should be really, wait, is it? It should be,
Yeah, it's noon.
it's noon, but it feels like it should be 1, right, buddy?
Not really.
No?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So we have Fabuki and Tilly. Welcome. So I have a few things I want to do today. So this is a little bit different. So I am going to build this one. This is the promo. And if you missed the video from yesterday, you'll want to watch that video because I think it's really fun. But so I have 2 of these and I've already built one. And I'm kind of excited to get into making some sort of MOC modular castle with the Harry Potter things because I love this size. It's an 8x16 stud size. And I think it's just pretty cool. Now, I know there's a lot of sort of controversy over why this was released when it was and why wasn't it released with the owl icon set, and because the big wave of Harry Potter was already past. Luckily, I didn't buy any of it. So when I saw this, I was like, well, now is the time. But I know for a lot of people, in order to get this, there wasn't really a whole lot left for them to buy. And it was kind of like just spending $100 in order to get this. I will tell you that the instructions are up on lego.com. So you can actually put in the set number 40452 and you can get the instructions, and then you can even go into bricks and pieces from there and purchase the pieces needed. Because it actually looks like a really sort of simple, straightforward build, and for the most part it is. But I actually went to try and recreate one from my pieces. And it didn't go as well as I thought because I just needed pieces that were a little too specific. Hey, Greg Dillon, how's it going? So I want to show you guys. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to do like a little bit of a chatty review of the dorms, and then I'm going to show you how I was able to build another dorm from my pieces. We're going to build another one, but we're going to change this one to Hufflepuff. That's the goal, with some yellow and black. And it's really a quick build. What is it? 148 pieces. So even I can manage this in a live stream. I think all of you here are familiar with the fact that I build very slowly. However, I feel like this is doable. 148 pieces should be good. We're going to try to stick to about an hour today. It's kind of a lunchtime thing because we do have some other things going on later. So let me start by showing you. I actually have clipped together a few of the little modular pieces here. We did build the Polyjuice Potion mistake up here, and then we have a dorm here and another dorm here. Obviously, the dorms look different, and that is because I don't have all the pieces I need to make it look exact. But let's take a look. They're all attached with Technic pins, and it makes it lovely and modular. I actually really love the idea of modular Harry Potter. I have not built much Harry Potter just because it hasn't interested me quite until this point where we have just the opportunity to get to make it modular, because as you can see from behind me, this is what I like to do, and I like to make things modular, and I also like small modulars. So this is perfect because I feel like you can spend a lot of time putting a lot of detail into a small space, and that's really fun for me. Hey, Elkie, how's it going? So this is the actual promo as built. It does have the Gryffindor colors, and we're going to point out a few things. If you think, I don't need the promo, I can build it myself. It looks pretty easy to do and straightforward, and hopefully you have enough good pieces to do that with, but there are a couple tricky pieces. And then you do have these black, I'm not even sure what the piece is. It's a plate with like an extender on it, and it's meant to slide in these cards here with the chocolate frog tiles on them. So you would just actually, if I can do it upside down here, just slide it in the back like that. Now, personally, I love it without them just because I like the idea of the window. I think it just brightens up the build a little bit more. So basically, there are some key pieces, and one would be this one right here, which is a 1x14 with a groove in it. And then there are also these pieces here. This one piece is all molded. So that makes it a little challenging when you go to build it yourself. And there's one on the other side as well. Now, of course, you can sort of do what you want with this window panel piece here and these windows here. You could do whatever it is that you want with it. But I do think that the black groove lines look a little odd, considering the polyjuice potion mistake is nice and clean on the back. So if you don't want to display your cards inside, I would totally switch that out with some tan 1x8 plates. Here I had to actually use gray ones on the back. And then you can see you can still slide the cards in there. But the gray looks a little bit better, but it's still a little bit odd. So I tried to make my own in Ravenclaw colors. And I first had to tackle a few problems, which was the fact that I did not have that molded piece that goes on the other side. But I was able to pull out some rounded columns and a shallow arch piece. So that was about the best I could do to keep the height the same, to keep the pins in line with each other. And it looks okay for sure. The other biggest challenge is the fact that this 1x14, well, I didn't have that. I don't even have a 1x14, let alone the groove. And you can see it actually just looks so much better when you use that groove piece over just a straight brick, for sure, especially if you don't have the right size brick, because this is a very weak point. Anytime I try to push on it, it totally just kind of collapses in there. But I did have these little scroll pieces, which helps a bunch as well. And it is amazing once you start building something with completely simple parts, you realize you don't have all the parts that you wished you had. Like just in the terms of these window fence pieces here, you can see I did not have enough of one color to do anything with. So what happens to a seemingly simple build that you want to try to make more of is that you run out of pieces very quickly. All I had, instead of gold or even brown, all I had were gray for these parts here on the beds, which are very cute, very simple little builds. And for Ravenclaw, I switched up the bright red to a bright blue and the burgundy of the Hogwarts to a navy blue for the Ravenclaw. And then I went ahead and kind of did my own rug design in the middle because I did not have triangular pieces. And then I just add a simple desk and a candle. So while it can be done to build your own of these, and it can probably be done from the pieces you have. But again, if you want the arch, it does need to be the shallow one. And if you want that rounded look, you do need to have those rounded columns. I know if you go onto Bricks and Pieces, it's really easy to order a bunch of the extra parts for these. And that's what I will do going forward because I would like them all to look fairly similar. They don't have to be exactly similar, but again, even when it comes down to tiling the top, it is something that you would see once you start stacking things. Just the gray, although it fits with the colors of the castle and things, it starts to look out of place when you start stacking them all together. So those are my thoughts on the promo. I think it's great. We have 2 of them. I purchased all of the modular Harry Potter stuff just to give it a try. And I really enjoyed building it. And I'm pretty excited to see what other things that I can do with this size scenario. What other rooms from the movies could I make in here, like the Devil's Snare or the Flying Keys. So I'm excited to take a small area and just to see what I can do with it. But I thought I would build up another one of them today. And you can stack them up here. You guys probably want to see my work area a little bit better. I did not set up StreamYards or my webcam because I completely forgot that I had those. And I just wanted to get going. And then, so here's the polyjuice potion mistake. We built that up. And again, as you can see, it does have that grooved part. This one actually does not use a molded piece on this side, but it does use the molded arch piece on that side. So they all tend to use sort of the same pieces and then that same coloring. So if I want to do more of these, I feel like we definitely need to purchase some more pieces that will work with that. I also built this morning. I'm on a roll today for building small sets anyway. I built this one, which is an older set. This is the Room of Requirements, okay, 75966. So I'm wondering, size-wise, if I have more of the right pieces, you know, if I can do something with this to fit into the scenario. So although obviously a little bit longer, I probably don't need all of the pieces that are included. That is a cool little fireplace that could be built in. And you do have stickered pieces on the back that show the proclamations. And I know that when you push in the fireplace, that's supposed to pop out, and it did it. So it's a pretty cool little set. I've had it unbuilt now for probably about a year. I thought it was time to break it out because I actually love to take things and make them into other things. So I wanted to build this up, see what it looked like, and see if it could fit in, and I'm sure that it will. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put all of these aside, and we are going to build up another dormitory right here. So let's see what we got going on in the chat. How are you guys? You just listened to me talk for quite a bit. We've got Simon Moss here as well. Welcome. Dan is here. Let's see. Greg can't wait for the Lego Titanic. I'm thinking that my husband can't wait either. He's looking forward to that one as well. Tilly says it's great to see ideas to do all the dorms and build a Hogwarts MOC. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I love just the idea of it. I'm super excited. We're going to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Studios actually in about 2 weeks. So I'm also kind of putting them together, like just kind of, you know, getting the experience going, getting started, having fun, just thinking about our trip and, you know, getting into the Harry Potter mood. We listen to the books on tape, or not on tape anymore, on Audible quite a bit when we drive up to Maine, and it's always been a part of our lives. So I'm excited to do a little bit more with it than I have in the past, and I think the modularization of this new summer wave really kind of piqued my interest because I like the confined spaces. I like the stackability. So seems like I like when there's a little bit of structure that I can add my creativity to. Tilly says, "Oh, I know that problem. I never have the right pieces. The trick is to build what you want anyway, and don't worry about it." Absolutely, Tilly. That's why. So we came up with the Ravenclaw version. I just wanted to get started. For sure. I think the biggest one for me is that I just don't have, if this was 1x14, I would be much happier, but I don't have any 1x14s of any color. I have some 1x12s, obviously, and some 1x10s and a couple 1x16s, but none of those, which was a little bit annoying. And I was trying out some things on the bottom, just like to create a little bit more stability there, but at the same time, then it kind of distracted from the inside. So I may order up some pieces just to kind of make everything look a little bit more uniform. And I actually had more of these down in our basement from another build. And of course, you know, I didn't have as many 1x8s as I thought I had. So even the simplest pieces turned into like, I don't have any of those. So I'll be excited to order a few bricks and pieces. I've been ordering more pieces lately than sets. So we'll just place a little order and hopefully within the next like 3 weeks they'll come. It would be great to modify the Room of Requirement to fit this style and modularize it. Yes, I think so too, because I've got it. And otherwise it's really going to go to just going to sit around and not be of much use if I'm going to do a modular Hogwarts. Let's see. And Tilly says, I use the pieces of the Room of Requirement for other areas of Hogwarts. Absolutely. There's some great things in there. And just obviously more of that tan color is terrific when you're building up castle-y things. Greg says he's hoping to get the Titanic tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to hit to the store. I'm assuming you have a store near you, Greg. We may or may not go to the store. I'm just going to leave it up to my husband because it's really the set that he would like to have. So he's going to need to decide how he wants to handle that. All right. So hopefully I can build this pretty accurately since I've already built one of them. And we'll just change up the beds. Grumpy J, great parts and pieces. Welcome, my friend. Yes, I am excited. I like promos myself that sort of complement the sets that you're purchasing. Like I think the as much as I'm glad I have a flying car promo and I have two of them, to me this is not as useful as the Harry Potter promo because it doesn't really apply to anything. So that will go in the backlog and maybe we will sell that one day. So the closest store is in Houston, huh? So will you drive to Houston? Is that the plan then? All right. Let's make this happen real fast here. Like I've already got out my yellow tiles for Hufflepuff. We're going to go with yellow and black. So we actually don't even need, I'm going to take out the red here. I don't need the burgundy and the red, and we don't need the orange. Okay. Now we'll go on the elusive part finding of the 148 pieces here. Oh, I opened up all the packets. Always, all right. One more here. All right, so does anyone else have this promo? Anyone pick it up? I know I did a poll on my community tab on the YouTube channel, and it did not sound like people were really picking this up. There was a lot of, it's got to be hard if you've already picked up so much stuff. And this would actually, maybe with a few more elements, I'm not sure, maybe would be worthy of being a little set, even like a $15.99 price point type of deal. Because I think this would be something that would be really useful to people who love Harry Potter. But I'm guessing most diehard Harry Potter fans already had all of the sets anyway, and buying something to buy something is not always the best option. Once I go into bricks and pieces, I'll be curious to see how much it would piece out for. But I figured it was a good time for us to kind of dive into the Harry Potter with the modular because of this promo, because I always like to get a little something more if I can. And this is really perfect because there's a lot of great pieces in here. And once you start building it, then you realize like how specific some of the pieces are, and that, although you can come close with pieces that you might have, if you want, to have the look and the build of this one, they're not necessarily common pieces that you will just have. Let's see. Promos also make great decorations. I keep most of mine on my desk. Oh yeah, absolutely, Random Kid. We actually give extra promos to a friend of ours and a friend of my son's, and he builds them, and his mom displays them on her desk when she works from home. So that's always fun. This one, I don't know if this one's as great of a display piece. That would be kind of in the air for me, but definitely some are more decorative than others. Especially I just gave them the Charles Dickens book to build, so that's a really nice display piece. Let's see if I can do this without a piece flipper, because I don't have a piece flipper nearby. All right, so we're not going to put the rug in, because we're going to do our own thing with the rug. So I'm going to skip the rug steps. Usually I have Mr. Bins and Bricks here doing my building for me. He's so lovely like that. He's good. But today is drill weekend, or this weekend is drill weekend, so he is not here. And then Little Bins and Bricks is actually in a play. So he has rehearsal every night, or every afternoon for 3 hours. So we're gonna have to go do that after. Let's see. UCS scale Hogwarts Express would be awesome, especially if it could be motorized for sure. I would love that. We're actually going to try to motorize our the other Hogwarts Express. We have the newer one, and see. I know that one's a little bit more trickier than just what we did with the ghost train. So that we'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know how that will turn out. But I would like to do that maybe this week even. I'll have to see what. I think I'm going to task Mr. Bins and Bricks with that one though. That's kind of his thing. Simon says, I've got one of these promos and got it when I bought the icon set. So you waited to buy the icon set, Simon, then? Yeah, I think if you had not purchased it right away, but were planning to purchase it, then definitely is a good timing for that. And I'm glad the price point for this promo wasn't over $100. At first, I had thought it was $200. And I was kind of adding stuff up, going, not a lot of stuff to get you there. Tilly says, I would have loved to get it on its own, but there's no way I can spend that much money on other sets. Right. I think that seemed to be sort of the thing, is that it's an awesome little set. It's almost so awesome that it could be its own little set because it has less of a promo feel and it has more of like the bathroom feel, right? Like the Polyjuice Potion Mistake set. Like I feel like it's exactly, the same size. This might have a little bit more detail in it. But with a few more pieces to the promo set, you could totally make that. And I think it would get bought right up for sure. I mean, I listened to Holly on film, or what was Potter Minifig Pals. And, Lego sent it to her, but she's like, otherwise, I don't have anything to purchase. So it does make it hard in that respect. But I'm imagining, guessing, I can be very wrong, but with COVID still being an issue in terms of shipping and production, that things just are a little bit out of whack in terms of when things were meant maybe to come out with stuff. Let's see. Dark Tower. Picked it up. I bought a flying lesson and a second privet drive to get it. Awesome. Yeah, good call on the second privet drive, because that for sure, got the flying lesson right here. That for sure is a great one to have if you want to make your privet drive bigger. I hope to combine two privet drive sets into a modular style. So there we go. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Andrew, Brick and Brood, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. And let's see, I think Moon Man has instructions for the Express in Brickable. I'll have to take a look at that. I'll have to take a look. I know Brian just loves to go in and pull things out and try to put together with the engine. So we'll have to see what he wants to do. Simon says, I've already combined two privet drives together, but to make into a modular, you will definitely need extra parts for sure. I was able to rebuild the tender car in the Hogwarts Express to include the battery box and motor to motorize the set. Awesome. I think we can do it. Tilly says, I could purchase a lot of stuff if I had the money. Yes, that would be it. For sure. The Lego stuff is not cheap. A lot of people that I talk to older than myself, they're just amazed at that Lego is such a big thing still. I have to count. Hold on. I have to count. Make sure I put enough of these on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I don't think I did. No, need one more. They can imagine that it costs as much as it does, or that when it retires, what happens. They're just amazed, and they're trying to give away all the Lego that's just been sitting stored in their basements from when they had kids. I'm like, oh, let me know. Let me know, because I will take your bins of Lego. All right. I think I got it all. All right, so these are the pieces right here that come already already molded together. So it's really like a combination of a bunch of pieces if you were to build this on your own. And when I first saw this set quickly, I'm like, oh yeah, I have some of these cylinders, and then I have some arches. But as you can see, it's very specific. And it's like, oh, I have a 1x4 plate I can put in there. And then So this is the best that I could do in response to that, was to create this other kind of arch using these columns and the sort of shallow arch there. So you can do it, whether if you have the pieces. Of course, I didn't have tan ones. So kind of right back where I'm started, where I have sort of the right pieces, but not all of them. And that can feel a little bit frustrating. But I really did want to dive in and make my own version just to see if it could be done sort of easily. And if you don't mind what colors things turn out to be, it's just a great way to play around anyway. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly here. Almost feel like a pro because I did this already. And then these scroll pieces are nice. I really like these for decorative purposes. It gives a little something extra. So if you don't have those, I mean, it's fine. You could clearly use a snot brick and put some other decorative element on as well. However, this does help brace the curved or the special grooved brick in the middle. Now, what we're going to do from this point is we're actually going to make sideways walls here. And that's where you can decide whether you even want to put these black, I shouldn't put it against my body here, these black kind of wide plates in. If you don't really want to slide in the chocolate frog card, then, I would highly suggest putting something else in. And actually, let me think here. Let me see what I can do. My handy new system for locating pieces after I open 10 drawers. But I'm wondering if I can just, problem is 1x8. I have tons of 1x6s and I have like 1x12s, but 1x8 feels like a size like this. What's this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 10. I have a lot of 10s. I have a lot of 6s. And I have some 12s, but the 8, the 1x8, can you tell me why that seems so elusive? I feel like that is not a common size. Now, obviously, I can put a couple together, some 4s. We can do with some simple math here. Let's see what I have, because I would actually like to build it without the black guide in place. Look at that. I have 1x3s. Here's a 1x4. Here's another 1x4. So let's actually see what we can do without the black plate. So I don't know why they chose black for the color. I don't think it looks right on the back of the building. There must have been something to it, but I just don't know what. So I'm building the wall sideways, and right now is when I would put the black plate on. But what I think actually I'm going to do is get a 6 so that we can bridge. I can bridge the whole gap here, and then we'll use a 2. There we go. I was going to go with the 2 1x4s, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I lock in that window piece and don't just have a floating piece going in the middle there. Now I would put on, that was the black plate. And now I would actually put on another 1x8. You could actually, if you wanted to put in a different color, I'm sure you could go with more of this this dark tan color, as well as if you wanted a highlight color on the back. But we're just going to put the 1x8 tan on top, and then we're going to build another row of that. So these, you need a bunch of these, and I only had those, but in a variety of colors. So that makes it tough. All right, and then we're going to cap it off. All right, so there is the sideways built wall without the black strip in the middle. And then it's just going to sit inside there. wonder if I can move you back a little bit. There we go. All right. Luckily, with my new job, I can get lots of overtime, which definitely helps the Lego addiction, says Simon. Absolutely. Let's see. Brick and Brood says, Moonman made a cool alteration to the tender to motorize Hogwarts Express. I have 2 trains parted out to make the train, but haven't gotten around to it. So are you saying, Andrew, that I would need 2 of those? Because we only have 1, so I'm guessing we're going to need more pieces. Simon says, I got a load of those decorative bricks from the pab wall earlier this year. I do remember them being on my wall. Oh, but I feel like they were in a different color. But they might have been tan, and I might not have gotten them because I might not have thought. It's like you see bricks, and you're like, I don't know if I'm ever going to use those. And then you get into a situation, and you're like, whoa, I totally wish I had purchased those. So now we're going to make it going the opposite way for the other side. Let's see, make sure I do it correctly too. So it's a fairly simple build, but it has a lot of nice little detail, and you could go in and further customize it too if you wanted. Just do that. You could add, instead of putting the chocolate frogs into the panel and then sliding that panel into the wall, you could add some more snot bricks inside if you wanted, and then attach a few chocolate cards to the wall, like a little poster, or you could have one laying on the floor. So there are things that you could do with that. I don't know why, but I don't care for the big wall of frog cards, especially when it blocks the nice the window detail. We'll have to see if my chocolate card frogs are different. I'll look in a minute. We'll check that out. I've not gotten into collecting them, but now I'm obviously looking a little bit more closely when I open up the sets. Oh, look, Mr. Bins and Bricks is here. Hi, friend. Are you avoiding work? Darth Tower says, FYI, today is the last day for the Gryffindor dorm room gift set. You're right, it is. I wonder if the stores will have extra left over, because I actually got my flying cars past the date. They just had so many extra. Too bad Brian's not here to build this for me, right, Brian? So I can talk. Brick and Brood says, you don't need 2 necessarily. I parted it out with another instructions, but needed more parts to complete. With Moonman's instructions, you may not need 2 sets. All right, we'll have to take a look. Do you intend to collect all the wizard cards? Probably not. Because I'm probably not going to buy all the sets that they would have come in. I do have the Hogsmeade Winter Village set, so I need to dig out wherever those cards are. And I need, hold on. What did I do? I don't think I did anything. Put that back on. But I don't think I will collect them all at this point. But we'll see how many we get. All right. There we go. So 2 sides. And now we don't, as you can see from the front and the back, we do not have that black line down the middle. Certainly it doesn't look, horrible either way. I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like if I took it out completely for this one. All right, so now we're just going to throw together the window here, which has my favorite masonry bricks. We'll pop that in place. There we go. Lunch break. Mr. Bins and Bricks is on a lunch break. All right, then 1x16. I would love to have more of these. I have some in red. I don't know why I have them in red, but I would absolutely love to have more of these in neutral colors. So I will be curious to see just how much of a castle I can build, how many little sections I can add. I think it would be fun to just kind of have a castle that you add to over time with different little rooms like this, and just a really fun little space to go highly detailed in without having to spend a ton of money. You can certainly say you'd make like 6 of these, and then you could just multiply out the pieces that you needed for certain things, and then just use stuff from your collection as well to create different little scenes. So I have to make a list of scenes. So if you guys have scene ideas, put them in. I'd love to hear some different fun ideas. All right, so I think we're at the point where we're going to cap off the modular top. Probably get some inspiration when we go to Universal Studios and we actually get to see the Wizarding World. All right, almost there. We're going to make some bunk beds, but we are going to make them Hufflepuff style. All right, so there is sort of the framework. And I've actually been really liking these sort of open back modulars. I may start making some more of those actually, because I like how you can get in and do a little bit more detail with them. And for smaller builds, you just get that extra bit of space. Some of my modulars that I've been building lately actually have sort of a breakaway wall so that I can get in and out. But I do like the open back. And when we were at Brickfest, and I was actually looking at some of Manny and Nestor's builds, they actually do a lot of open back as well. So that was kind of fun to see just the styles that different people choose for building their sort of modularized buildings. And I am enjoying the open back look, just for being able to sort of see and appreciate more of the details that you've put into it. The smaller the space, the more heavily detailed I seem to be able to make it. I don't love detailing a big building. I'm not sure why. I have something that definitely blocks me from enjoying that. So now we just have a nice little build there. Nothing really Hufflepuff inspired here. We'll have to see if we want to change that out to something else. All right, so now we have the beds. Oh, let's see. Oh, I need a yellow. I need a couple yellows. All right, so yellow and black for Hufflepuff. So first we're going to make the comforter, and I have, oh, that's a dirty brick. That's gross. Let's see if we can find one that's cleaner. It's not going to show all that much, but I really don't enjoy using dirty bricks. All right, that looks better. All right, and I did get out some extra. All right, so in the Gryffindor, this would have been a bright red. So we have changed it to a bright yellow. We're going to make 4 of those. Oh, I need more. I need more than just the 2 I took out. I suppose you could also use brown. I don't see why I may have to. I'm going to grab a couple brown just in case, because brown could be a bed frame. I have a lot of 1x3 yellows. I don't know why I have so many 1x3s. We might have to switch it all to brown at this point. Oh, wait, no, we only need 2 bottom ones. Sorry. All right, we're starting over. Okay, we only need 2 bottom ones because the canopies are on top. So in all reality, these are not bunk beds at all. Let's see, looks good so far. Lego Master Swim, welcome. Brick and Brood says, I went to Universal Studios before COVID. It was absolutely the best. The Harry Potter world is tremendous. And we've had this trip planned since April. We are going with friends, and we are super excited about that. and I'm just super excited to see what the Harry Potter world looks like. We're accustomed to going to Disney World, so this will be a nice switch. I like the look of closed buildings better, but it's such a pity that you can't see the inside, says Tilly. So I tend to build my stuff with open backs. Absolutely. And sometimes I feel like if I'm building a closed building, then I don't want to waste my valuable bricks and pieces on stuff inside that people won't even see. So I definitely, especially when you have limited parts collection and you go and you do a really lovely tile detailing on the floor and then it's all closed in and you've used like 40 tiles and no one can see it, so it's something to consider for sure. All right, throw these together quickly here. It's a very cute design and it's really quite sturdy. I was impressed. We've got these little lightsaber handles that get added onto and even it came down to a part as simple as this, okay? So you just kind of look at these parts that seem, very unassuming. And then when you go to actually find 8 of them, you're like, no, I don't have 8 in this color. I have 8 in a variety of colors. So that's when mock making gets really challenging. All right, now we're going to do these 2 at a time here. I used to make MOCs with back walls that could break off. They work great for smaller buildings. Absolutely. That's what I did with this little one right here. It had a nice little wall I could take off so that if I wanted to get inside, it was really easy. Definitely doesn't work well with bigger buildings, though, because you just end up with probably some stability issues that won't work well. But I tend to like to do everything smaller these days. Helps with brick conservation for sure. Let's see. Okay, so now we just need to do the canopies, and we're going to do the canopies in black because I don't have. What do you think? Black? Problem is, like red and burgundy. There were tiles for that. And then blue and navy blue, I had contrasting tiles for that. But I feel like I can't get this door open here. I feel like the yellow, I don't really have a different yellow to put on the top. So I would figure since generally yellow and black are the colors, that might be the best canopy for Hufflepuff. Let's give a quick look here. I mean, I can do, obviously, dark blue-gray and light blue-gray, but we don't want to go with red or blue or green. We want to say green for Slytherin. We got a couple there. And I'm not sure we want to use teal or purple or hot pink, so we might be a little limited here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're going to just go with black. So, did anyone purchase the most recent sets that have come out? The Home Alone set, that was one that I know had a lot of buzz about it. We did not pick that one up. And I'm not sure if we will. It doesn't really fit into a lot of what we've been doing lately. All right, so here is the canopy part. All right, so here is a Hufflepuff bunk bed, or not bunk bed, because I keep wanting to call it a bunk bed, but it's not. It's a canopy bed. So if you guys have any different color suggestions for this, go ahead and let me know. I could put a black border on top of the yellow, but I'm kind of following how the other dorm had the white like sheet pull down thing. So we kind of went with a similar fashion for the Ravenclaw as well. And we can just pop this in and mock. Clearly, what did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Oh, I did not put in the bottom of the, there we go. Okay, so let's finish up the other one here. Get this going real quick. It looks very cute. I do like the color change. I have to think of some other things that would make the Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw or Gryffindor dorm stand out just a little bit more unique than the color of the bedding. So if you have any suggestions for that, go ahead. It is a small space, and I probably would need, I gotta put the piece on the bottom. I would need to probably add some snot bricks, so I'm not 100% sure where I would do that effectively, just because you have the side build, you have the window, and then you just have open arches. So there's not a ton of room. But what we do need to do in here now is to give it a rug. So very simple. Like, you can absolutely make the dorms come alive very simply, just with a few little tweaks. And I like that. I like that a lot, which is why I wanted to kind of dive in and do that. And I did pull out my my little dot spin here. Let's see. It looks much easier now to find your parts since you bought all those drawer units. Yes, I love these drawer units because I keep running into my big bag filled with Lego sets over here that I haven't put away yet. But these are really fantastic. I still haven't come up with a really good organizational plan inside. I'm still going with just these bins pulled out of the Sterilite units, and really they need to get divided up a little bit more because I'm still plying through a lot of stuff, but at the same time, there is so much more room to move forward with organizing, and they just look so nice and clean. And they do have a nice space on top where I can display my custom buildings as well. So I've really been enjoying it. And for the most part, I get to my pieces faster, but at the same time, they're not well sorted within them yet. I'm going to figure out over time something to do. The dollar store has some bins I can order online just to kind of play with, because honestly, you could spend $100 a drawer in organizational bins, which is definitely not something that I want to do. First and foremost, I wanted a more aesthetic way to store my bricks, especially since basically I'm in our living room. So I didn't want to just have lined with plastic cases, which would be fine in like a closed off room, but I just wanted to go with something a little bit more furniture. Like, I'm going to do another room tour because we just got a brand new table that I love. Why does my phone keep ringing? Hold on. I'm going to just go turn that off because now it turned itself off. I left it over there. I probably shouldn't have. Let's see. I haven't picked up any new sets this month, but I will. Black Friday, I plan to do most of my damage. Brick and Brood, what is the damage on Black Friday? Simon Moss says, I ordered the Home Alone set soon after midnight on the 1st. I used a load of VIP points and bought it for €35. Unfortunately, it's still showing in the warehouse. Miss Amby, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. That's too bad, Simon. I know some people got it like really fast. I don't know. It'll be interesting seeing what happens when Black Friday comes around. We're going to be in Universal still, and as much as I would love to go to Disney Springs and the Lego store, I don't think Black Friday is the day to go. I know Mr. Bins and Bricks wants the AT-AT. He's going to have to wait up in Florida for midnight probably, because we're not going to go stand in line for an AT-AT that we can't bring home with us very easily. So I think that would be kind of silly. And I don't think we have any other big Black Friday. We're not waiting for much of anything. I know he wants the Titanic, and I think we're really close to having all the VIP points to pay for it, which would be really incredible. But Mr. Bins and Bricks is really excited to build the Titanic, and we have a place for it. And he's, I think that's the set he's looking forward to the most. So we're going to kind of control our spending just a little bit, because of course he wants like the 2 most expensive sets coming out. Papa's Bricks, morning. Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. Elkie will be picking up a few sets as Christmas gifts. Andrew says, I have to go. Okay, bye, Andrew. I'm glad to have you stop by for a little bit. Hopefully there'll be some interesting deals. I'm looking forward to the new Chinese New Year sets, and I'm really eager now to see if Harry Potter's going to come out with some more of these modular pieces. I'd be a little bit disappointed if sort of this modular wave just sort of ends. We have all of the other ones from the previous 2 years unbuilt just because they didn't at first they sparked my interest, but then they just kind of got put to the wayside. Make sure to watch that video of sort of our Lego story that I put out yesterday, because it really just occurred to me how ironic it was to go buy more Harry Potter Lego, and you'll find out why. And now that I'm actually building it, it's really nice. It's really nice to actually get into building the Harry Potter Lego, because this was the whole reason, Harry Potter anyway, was that we got back into collecting Lego, yet we never built any of it. All right, so that is that. Oh, we have to do the rug. I was talking about the rug. I got out my dots because I wanted to do a rug pattern, but now I don't know what kind of rug pattern I want to do. So I think we'll use black and red. No, black and yellow, because I said that. Do I want, let's see. I want another black jumper plate. Let's see if we have. There you go. My favorite thing, Simon, is my rolling chair. I love my little rolling stool. I think that is the best. I can just kind of zip around to the drawers, and it feels like I get so much more accomplished. So now the key is, what kind of rug do we want to do? Do we just want to go with a checkered pattern? Or actually, do we have maybe... Oh, I have a different kind of yellow. It's a weirder yellow. It's kind of like there are 2 different yellows. I just don't have thick tiles. Oh, I do somewhere. Oh, I know I do somewhere. That might be a good canopy. I don't know. We'll have to see. That's one of the things I actually love about MOC making, is just that, like, you build something and then you're like, oh, wait, I have some more pieces. And then, you kind of just redo it and add some more detail to it. All right, let's see what we got here. My dots are not sorted well, so that makes it very tough. What if we did? No, wait. Don't push it in until you're ready to accept. Oh, one of my black ones are cheese wedges, so that means they're in the absolutely wrong container. I'm going to do an alternating, actually, maybe I don't want to do alternating. All right, bear with me. I'm just going to find the little pieces here, because I don't want each of the rugs to look exactly alike, except that's how I predominantly have the most pieces to do that. But let's see if we can't do something that just looks a little bit different. The little spaces, it's kind of hard to get your fingers in there. Actually, I'd like one. What other color is in Hufflepuff? Is there another color? Like if I put in white, would that be weird? I feel like I want to break up the black and the yellow. Let's see. Oh, darn, I do need a pea slipper. I do. I can roll over to get one now. Sort of. One thing about the little spaces is that that's probably why you're supposed to build the rug first. And this is what I do whenever that one's gone. That one's way gone. Whenever I make MOCs, I'm always about building up the outside. And I don't think I like that. And then I go in and I do the inside, and then it's always so hard. That looks bad. I don't like that. All right, we're gonna take that out. I think, oh dear. Right. The New Year sets do look good. Elkie, definitely getting both of those. Yeah, I think they're really neat. It's nice to see some different kinds of things. I like that it's not all going to look the same shape or size as last year. All right, let me think about this. All right, so here's where I'm currently at. And I have the two other rounded ones for the other corners, but then in the middle, I'm not 100% sure. White did not look good. It's funny how the simplest details can really sort of stop you in your tracks while you try to think about the color that you want to use. Whereas like the big structure, I feel like sometimes that's a lot easier to nail down. And then it's like working on a rug for an hour that stops you. So the question is, do I put in, maybe if I do that, I'll get into the black. Oh, I just popped off a black one. Oh, wait, there it is. Nice. We'll call this a work in progress. I'm not sure what the end result will be here. I kind of wish I had black of those quarter rounds, but I don't think that's in the cards for me. Oh, no, I do. All right. But do I use... Oh. All right, let me pop this in. All right, so there's another alternative, but now I feel like there's too much yellow. But I do have a black, maybe I can put a black quarter round at the bottom. Okay, all right, let's see if we can find another black quarter round. I think I could go with that. Probably like the one. That was the one out of 100. Nope. There we go. All right. Not horrible, not amazing, but it absolutely looks different than what I did with. That's why I want to get a new piece. You like that? That is where the instability is. I should have known better. But this is the piece I need to replace because it's not staying very well. It's not strong at all. There we go. All right, so you've got the Ravenclaw rug. We've got the Hufflepuff rug. And then we've got the Gryffindor rug, which is clearly more fun with the triangular pieces, but this is what we got. Actually, it's not bad with the rounded pieces either. It's a little bit different. We can put the chocolate frog in there as well. And we can add back in the... So these come out, the beds come out really nicely, but they go in really easily. So it's really a lovely little build for sure. Okay, so there is a Hufflepuff dorm instead of a Gryffindor dorm. And if you turn it around, we don't have the black lines on the other side. I'll show you the Gryffindor here. Let's see if I can break it. So that would be with the black lines on the outside if you were to slide in the card, the chocolate frog card. But here it is without it, which I think looks much better because then if you stack it with the bathroom scene, the potion scene, and you get a little bit smoother of a back line, which is much nicer for sure. Somehow this dark black line just looks a little odd. I'm not sure what their thought process was. I'm not sure if the black piece that they're using comes in a tan, but I definitely like it without it because there's not any other place in these builds where you see just a long colored, different colored line going down the back. And unfortunately, I have a few on this one. So we're gonna see if we can't fix this one up a little bit better when we get some more parts. And now I need to make a Slytherin one, but that will require different colors because I want to make that a little bit more dungeon-like. So we'll switch out the masonry bricks, we'll switch out all the bricks in general. And we'll need to take, that's when I'll actually need to take these arches. They do make the molded arch though. They do make this nice molded arch here in a light blue gray. So that's helpful. All right, who have we got here? I see Tyson has come. Good enough for government work. Welcome, Tyson. Nice to see you. Brickman, how many exclusive tiles are in these sets? All right, let's see. I didn't even look at the tiles. So I think there are two. What we got here? What is it? I don't know. I don't know a ton about these. All right, so wizard card tiles are packed randomly in 16 sets, or are packed. Collect all 16. Wizard card tiles are packed randomly in sets. So there are 16 to collect altogether. 4 random tiles are included. Yeah, so there's 4 random ones. So you're not guaranteed, I guess, any particular one. So let's see if I have any duplicates. I do need to find my Hogsmeade ones. These are the ones that I have from the other Gryffindor dorm, the Polyjuice Potion. And I have not opened up the flying lesson yet. I guess I should put them on here in maybe group them by which sets they came out, so I could tell you okay, so I already have a new one, okay, from this dorm. So the dorms clearly just don't have the same assortment put inside. Oh, this is a duplicate. This is not a duplicate. It's kind of like, some of them look very close, so you're playing that game of like, what's different? All right, I think, let's see. This is different. All right, so if I have 1 duplicate and 3 different ones, so now my card is yay full here. And that's it. I mean, that is all the promo is really, is a small dorm room, but here is the dorm room as Gryffindor, and there is the dorm room as Hufflepuff. So you can give it a little bit of personality. You could change out the what is that thing called? The treasure chest and the candle to something else, which is exactly what I did here in this one. You can add the chocolate cards or not. So if you haven't seen it completely with the chocolate cards, they just slide into this groove. I'm not sure what, I guess maybe it's like a little display holder in the end for your chocolate cards if you wanted to look at it like that, if you were going to have it out on a desk or something. Let's see. Oh, my bricks and me. Hello, hello. Awesome to see you, my friend. Everyone's saying hi to my bricks and me. I'm so glad. Tyson's been here on and off, surprisingly busy for a Sunday. It is, for once, it's one of our non-busy days. I'm surprised. Usually when Brian goes off to do his soldiery things, we have a pretty low-key weekend. We like to do most of our things together as a family. So when he's gone, we just kind of hang out, and Liam has a new video game that he's been playing. Oh, I didn't even put the figs together. Let's see, who gets who? So I guess the figs that come in this aren't anything unique from what I was hearing from other people. I am not a Harry Potter minifigure aficionado, so I don't know where they've been seen before with what face, maybe in time. But now I do know I have 2 of each of these Ron and Harrys. But I guess that there's nothing particularly special about them. So there is nothing collectible in the promo. I do like the little chocolate frogs, though, that come. That's pretty nice. And I can use the alternate face. But now I need to get some Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw folk. And I don't know if... no, let's see. I was opening up. Luna is in... Luna's not a Gryffindor, right? Is Luna a Ravenclaw? See, I don't know enough about this. But I do have a Luna here, and she has a different color tie. So, and it looks like a bluish one. So I'm guessing Luna is a Ravenclaw. So maybe we'll stick her. Of course, in this one, she's got the long legs, and the figs in this promo have the short legs. All right, I think I have another package of figs that I want to. Gosh. All right, so we have Mr. Borgin, a witch, a wizard, and Harry Potter. So that's not going to help us either. I really needed the student pack that I know was for sale at one point. So we'll have to put that on the list. But they'll be cute to use regardless, but they won't help us for the rooms right now. And then let's see. I don't think who's in here. Draco. We don't have him either, and Neville is Draco. We don't have a Slytherin house built, and Neville, he's in Gryffindor too. So we have got all our people. I don't have a lot of Harry Potter open or put together to have different figs. Oh, we do have Hermione's desk. Oh. All right, let's check out this one. Oh, there's a card in here, so let's see. I'll open up these and see if we got some different cards. Oh, we got Trevor. Welcome. Hi, Trevor. How's it going? Let's see. Brickman says, I wonder if they will do a different style instead of a room. Uh-oh, did I miss? A different style of what, Brickman? Did I miss it? Luna is Ravenclaw. Okay, got her in the right spot. Do you have Cedric? He would be in Hufflepuff. Oh, I imagine in one of the sets I have him. I don't know which. Let's see. I don't think he's in any of these that are down here. Let's see. I'm going to have a lot of Harry and Hermione and Ron is what it looks like. And then let's see. Oh, we have Justin Finch Fletchley. He looks like he's in Hufflepuff. So I have that. I'm sure that I must have something with Cedric in it, but I have a lot of sets downstairs. But I did give a few of them away for gifts recently, so that might. All right, let's see. Who do we have? This guy. Where is the? Oh, it's a duplicate. Ah. All right, so I have 2 duplicates. Hold on, now I feel compelled to open up my other Hermione's desk and see what is in this one. I'll have to see if Liam's friend has those. There we go. Oh, duplicate. All right. So now I have 3 duplicates. But we'll build up a Hermione's desk here. Slide that back in. Give that a quick build. We have Where Am I? Where Am I is here. Welcome. And Doc Sampson, welcome. Nice to see a few people here. We have not been live streaming lately. We had to kind of take a break to see where we were at with a lot of other things going on with school for our kiddo. And then sort of this time of year gets very busy for us. And he is in a play So that has meant that streaming at night is really not practical for us. And this is the first weekend we haven't had something going on both days. So I'm not sure our live streaming that there will be any sort of schedule until Mr. Bins and Bricks fully retires from his job in the army, and then he is home more during the day. Let's see. Well, this is kind of a cute desk. It's a little bit of a different desk. For some reason, I had in my mind, I was envisioning a picnic table. I don't know why. Probably because last year's promo, when we were kind of digging into Harry Potter, was like a table, a picnic table sort of thing. So I guess that's what I had in mind. But this is a nice little writing desk. You could probably take one of these modules now and actually turn it into maybe the common room with the fireplace where he would be talking to, gosh, name is right there, his uncle, right? Or his godfather. Oh my goodness, Sirius Black. There we go. I got it. I gotta get up on my Harry Potter. But you could have a cozy chair, you could have a fireplace, and then you could have a desk. And that would be a nice little module to add. And then you could stack the dormitory on top of that. We got a pen quill and an ink vessel here, which is very cute. And I think I put, all right. Looks like you get two. This is very cute though. So you get this little desk, and I put this on wrong. Look at that, built in the poly bag wrong. I do like that you get an owl and a fig. That's really nice. Oh, okay, there's a separate little table too. So this is the perfect little furniture to build inside another little module for sure. This is what I really love about these sets and why I wanted to get into it, because of the possibilities like this. All right, and then we have a book. So that's even nicer. I love that there's a little book in there as well. It seems like a really solid poly bag. And I like that, again, it sort of relates to the promo and what you're purchasing, and helps you know to keep creating your little scene of Harry Potter. So you have a table with a letter on it, which is nice, a nice printed element. And then you have sort of this one that, oh, that's not what the camera is. This little writing desk with a ink quill on there. And then you also have a textbook in there. And then you do get your, you have an extra letter, and of course, a frog card. And then we get Hermione. Hermione with short legs. So these are short-legged promos. But I believe isn't the advent calendar for this year for Harry Potter, I believe that's, is that the first year? Oh, they look so short. Here we go. So short-legged Hermione. Let's see. Thank you, Trevor, for whatever you caught there that I did not. I appreciate that. All right, so that is it. So I wanted to just really go over the promo, because it seemed like people were kind of like, yay, nay, more towards the nay on it. But I thought it was really fun, and I like the idea of something that I can start. You know, this is a nice start, and then I can take it and make it my own, clearly with a few more pieces that stay together. My Hufflepuff certainly looks better than my Ravenclaw because it matches color-wise. So push the bricks down. Push the bricks down. I'll have Gina texting me saying, push your bricks down. There we go. But they do make a nice modular unit for sure. All right, Trevor's got to run. In-laws are around. Oh, awesome. Catch up soon. Later, everyone. Have a good time with the in-laws, Trevor. And we're actually pretty much done here as well. I just wanted to show off the promo today. Not a very long live stream. I do have the room of requirement that I showed in the beginning that I would love to try to fit into one of these as well with a little bit of tweaking. You definitely need to do something about this other section here. Anytime you start using those A-shaped angular plates, things start going a little crazy. But, you know, if you take off, let's see if I can do this without, nope. There you go. So here is a sort of a base part, which would definitely fit in easily. And then I would just reuse some of these elements, but just in a different way because it is a little bit, this itself is a little bit big, the fireplace, but very cool. The way it's built, I'm sure that we could fashion something into the room. All right, guys. So that is it. Short and sweet. Just wanted to kind of hop on and do a little something today. I am going to try to have a new video out next Saturday. I see my son creeping down the stairs, trying not to make noise. You want to say hi to everyone? Later. He said later. All right, guys. So that is it for today. Make sure on your way out, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure to like if you like the stream. That definitely helps push us up into the algorithm as high as someone my size can go. But I'm really excited just to keep going forward with little MOCs and modulars, and we will see where the next few months takes us. We wrapped up our Halloween city, and we've pack that up and put it away, and we will be getting out the Winter Village probably when we come back from Universal at the end of the month. I don't want to get started too soon because we're going to spend the next couple of weeks going over the Harry Potter. So until then, my friends, happy building. So I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you in the next stream. Bye.